Hello everyone, today I'll be going over how to play Xianyun with Diluc with a variety of teammates. Overall, I think she works extremely well with Diluc. I've only gotten to play her for about a day, so these are just my early opinions, but the power level she brings just kind of feels unreal in comparison to what we had before. In the context of Diluc teams, the only situation where I don't feel like she is a massive upgrade to Kazuha is maybe a wide spread out 5+ enemy abyss AoE chamber, but these just really aren't that common. In any case, building her is pretty simple. Just meet the ER requirement, then build as much attack as you can. For Diluc teams, I think aiming for over 200 ER would be a good idea, and honestly, the more the better for comfort in your rotations. With her signature or fav, you can get away with less than 200, but try it out for yourself to see if she's getting back her burst consistently. I'm running VV because I'm doing double swirl setups, but if you want to ignore getting the pyro swirl, then you can also just use Noblesse or one of the healing sets. So for each of these teams, I'll be doing a pyro swirl and non-pyro swirl rotation, as well as a C6 Bennett and non-C6 Bennett rotation. In all of these teams, you'll notice I use dashes right after each plunge lands to cancel the end lag of the plunge. The first team uses Furina as the Hydro Enabler and is the team I recommend the most, as Furina's damage doesn't rely on normal attacks and her burst synergizes very well with Xianyun's healing. The double swirl setup for Furina is very time sensitive and ping dependent. If you find that you can't replicate it, just doing the non-pyro swirl setup is also a good option. The next variation uses Yelan as the Hydro Enabler. After each plunge, start a normal attack, then cancel it by jumping to continue proccing Yelan's burst. Like before, there's a Pyro Swirl setup as well as a non-Pyro Swirl setup, but for non-C6 Bennett, I didn't include a Pyro Swirl setup because there wasn't enough buff up time for my testing to support it that well. Xingqiu's setups are pretty similar to Yelan's, but the uptime on his burst is longer, which makes things a bit comfier. I only did a C6 Bennett rotation, but that's only because not much changes with non-C6 Bennett. Just be sure to use your Diluc burst before starting to plunge. The final team I'll cover is the double Hydro team without Bennett. I think it's the most comfortable of these teams to play because the reactions work easily, the setup is straightforward, energy economy works very smoothly. Not to mention, you don't have to be confined to the Bennett circle. I use Diluc's skill twice in the rotation and do cancelled normal attacks like in the Xingqiu or Yelan teams to proc their bursts. While I used Yelan here, you can substitute Xingqiu in as well without changing anything. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how Xianyun turned out. If you have any thoughts or questions about her, please leave them in the comments section and I'll give them a response. Thanks for watching.